Stop what you're doing. Pause your scrolling, put your coffee down, and brace yourself, because what just happened on the set of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is straight out of a reality TV nightmare, or dream, depending on how much chaos you love. Cameras were rolling, the crew was on edge, and then it happened. Phaedra Parks and NeNe Leakes, two of Bravo's fiercest personalities, came to the edge and almost over it. Words flew like daggers, faces flushed with rage, and the tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Security rushed in, breaking up what insiders claim was inches away from a full-blown physical fight. Shouts echoed through the studio, cast members froze mid-scene, and the live feed chaos was captured instantly, leaking to TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter within minutes. Fans exploded online, creating hashtags like hashtag Phaedra vs. NeNe, hashtag Bravo CATFIGHT, and hashtag RHOA Chaos, dissecting every gesture, every glare, every barely there smirk. What triggered this meltdown? Old rivalries, whispered secrets, perhaps even a push too far backstage, and sources say Apollo Nita's presence only poured gasoline on the fire. Greg Leakes' legacy hung over the room like a silent shadow, adding layers of emotion no one could ignore. The question now is simple. What happens next when Bravo's hottest feud erupts live, with cameras, crew, and the world watching? Stay tuned, because the chaos is just beginning, and the fallout is about to go viral. The cameras were rolling, but something in the studio felt different, charged, electric, like the air itself was holding its breath. Phaedra Parks entered the room first, heels clicking against the polished floors, every eye on her as she scanned the set. Her usual poise was fractured, a subtle tremor in her jaw, hands slightly clenched, eyes narrowing as if she could already see every slight, every whisper, every betrayal before it happened. The crew sensed it too. The usual chatter died down, replaced by a tense silence that stretched and crackled. Then NeNe Leakes appeared, striding in with that signature confidence, smirk in place, shoulders squared. But this wasn't the rehearsed, playful banter of previous shoots. Something simmered beneath the surface, years of rivalry, backstage grievances, and unspoken grudges. As soon as Phaedra's gaze met hers, the room's energy shifted. Words were exchanged, sharp and biting, each syllable loaded with accusation and history. A crew member later claimed it was like watching two volcanoes about to erupt, and everyone knew the lava would spill. The tension escalated rapidly. Voices raised, phrases clipped and pointed. Phaedra's hand shot up in a sharp gesture, almost as if to punctuate her fury, while NeNe's smirk hardened, her eyes glinting with defiance. One onlooker whispered that Apollo Nita, standing just a few feet away, froze mid-step, his face betraying a mix of fear and disbelief. He had been through Bravo storms before, but this was different, raw, unfiltered, and dangerously close to crossing the line. As the argument intensified, movement became more animated. Phaedra took a step forward. NeNe mirrored her almost immediately. Security, who had been observing quietly from the sidelines, suddenly surged toward them. "Hands off," one yelled. "Step back." Another crew member later said they were inches away from a full-blown physical altercation. It could have gone either way. Meanwhile, the cameras captured it all, every glare, every hand gesture, every sharp inhale. Within moments, leaked clips appeared on TikTok and Instagram. Hashtags erupted. Hashtag Phaedra vs. NeNe. Hashtag Bravo CATFIGHT. Hashtag RHOA Chaos. Fans dissected every second frame by frame. Memes were born instantly. Phaedra's piercing glare captioned, "When betrayal hits too close," NeNe's smirk paired with Apollo's shocked expression under hashtag BravoStorm. Backstage, whispers swirled. Some claimed this fight had been building for weeks, buttons pushed, boundaries crossed. "You could feel it coming," an anonymous source said. Phaedra didn't just blow up, she detonated. Andy Cohen reportedly called emergency meetings, trying to mediate behind the scenes, while other cast members, Kandi Burruss, Kenya Moore, Cynthia Bailey, exchanged tense glances, some visibly shaken, some silently filming for social media gold. Apollo, caught between history and loyalty, tried to intervene verbally. "Enough. Let's calm down." His voice cracked slightly, betraying the weight of the moment. But even he knew it was too late. The confrontation had taken on a life of its own. Greg Leake's legacy lingered in the room, an invisible presence adding emotional gravity. Some fans later speculated that, even in absence, his influence was a silent factor in how tensions escalated. The argument crescendoed. Security held the two apart, but neither Phaedra nor NeNe backed down. The cameras rolled, capturing the suspense, the fury, the anticipation of something explosive about to happen. Fans online weren't just watching. They were predicting, theorizing, creating viral reactions within seconds. Rumors began circulating of secret footage, past grievances, and whispered alliances. Was this a spontaneous explosion or a calculated Bravo ratings move? By the time the dust settled and the two women were escorted to separate corners of the set, the damage was already done. Clips were trending globally. Comments poured in, some defending Phaedra, others defending NeNe, and millions more dissecting every angle. The energy was palpable, a confrontation so intense, so viral, that the Bravo universe would never be the same. Even as producers tried to regain control, the story continued to spread. Fans were dissecting body language, rumored texts, and hidden motives. Apollo's reaction, the security intervention, Phaedra's intensity, NeNe's calculated defiance, every element became a talking point. And one undeniable fact remained. This on-set confrontation wasn't just another fight. It was a viral spectacle, a feverish, suspense-filled, reality TV moment that would dominate headlines, social media, and water-cooler conversations for weeks. The stage was set. The players had moved. And the world was watching, waiting for the next explosive twist. The air on set was still thick with tension, the echoes of shouts and clipped words lingering like smoke after a fire. Phaedra Parks had been escorted to a quiet corner, her hands trembling slightly as she inhaled sharply, collecting herself. But make no mistake, she was far from calm. Her mind raced with every insult, every dig, every smirk NeNe Leakes had thrown her way. The cameras were still rolling, and behind the lenses, every crew member knew they were witnessing a moment that would explode across social media faster than anyone could blink. Meanwhile, NeNe, standing defiantly near the main set, crossed her arms, smirk returning almost imperceptibly. "You think that scare will stop me?" she muttered under her breath, loud enough for a few nearby production assistants to catch. There was a calculated rhythm to her stance, a poised energy that suggested she had anticipated Phaedra's fury and was fully prepared to match it, blow for blow. Every glance, every tilt of her head, every subtle flick of her wrist became a statement. "I am in control." Apollo Nita, still hovering uncomfortably between the two, tried again to mediate. "Please, let's all just breathe," he said, voice wavering, hands raised in a pleading gesture. But it was futile. The tension wasn't just personal, it was layered with history, secrets, and unspoken betrayals. A crew insider later revealed, Apollo was completely caught off guard. He realized this wasn't just another argument, this was a showdown years in the making. As the confrontation simmered, whispers began spreading online. Leaked clips circulated within minutes on TikTok, Instagram stories, and Twitter. Hashtags exploded. Hashtag Bravo CATFIGHT, hashtag Phaedra vs. NeNe, hashtag RHOA chaos. Fans dissected every frame, Phaedra's glare, NeNe's posture, Apollo's discomfort. Memes appeared instantly, some pairing Phaedra's intensity with NeNe's smirk, others highlighting the shocked reactions of bystanders like Kandi Burruss and Cynthia Bailey. Backstage, producers scrambled. Andy Cohen was reportedly on the phone, his voice tense, giving urgent instructions. "Separate them now. Keep the cameras rolling, but maintain distance. No one leaves the set until this is contained." Rumors emerged that Bravo security had to physically block the two women from advancing further toward each other. It was inches away from full-blown physical contact, an insider later claimed. If security hadn't intervened, things could have gotten messy fast. The argument wasn't just explosive, it was strategic. Phaedra's body language screamed controlled fury, clenched fists, sharp inhalations, laser-focused eyes. NeNe's demeanor was just as calculated, subtle smirks, measured gestures, and a posture that implied confidence and dominance. Fans began theorizing, was this an unplanned blow-up, or had both women known that cameras would capture every second, turning this into a viral spectacle? Adding another layer of complexity, some insiders hinted that Apollo Nida's presence may have fueled the confrontation. His subtle reactions, widened eyes, a stiff jaw, and occasional gesturing were noted by fans and analysts alike. He became the unintentional catalyst, one source claimed. His attempts to mediate only made the tension more palpable. Phaedra and NeNe both reacted to him as much as to each other. Meanwhile, social media didn't pause. TikTok creators began recreating the standoff. Instagram users posted frame-by-frame analyses, and Twitter threads speculated on potential fallout, secret footage, alliances, betrayals, and even legal threats. Fans debated endlessly. Who provoked whom first? Was this purely personal, or was there a larger Bravo narrative at play? Could this confrontation affect the upcoming season's storyline? The energy on set was electric, uncontainable, and impossible to ignore. Even after security pulled the two apart, the aftermath lingered, Phaedra pacing, NeNe smirking from her corner, Apollo looking helpless in the middle. Every whispered word, every sideways glance, every subtle shift in posture became fodder for speculation. Viewers worldwide were glued to screens, dissecting viral clips and memes, sharing opinions, and predicting what would happen next. And just when it seemed the storm might settle, insiders hinted at even deeper layers, private conversations, secret alliances, and long-buried grievances that could ignite yet another fire. Fans began theorizing that this on-set catfight was only the opening act. The question now wasn't whether the drama would continue, it was how explosive the next chapter would be. By the time production attempted to resume normal filming, the room still vibrated with tension. Every cast member, crew member, and observer knew that something monumental had just unfolded. And across social media, hashtags and viral clips continued to spread, ensuring that the Bravo universe would be talking about this confrontation for weeks, if not months, to come. The stage was set for an even bigger showdown. And for fans watching every frame, the drama was just beginning. The aftermath of the confrontation hung over the set like a storm cloud refusing to break. Phaedra Parks, though momentarily restrained by security, had not lost an ounce of intensity. Her eyes, still burning with fury, scanned the room like a predator assessing her territory. Every crew member, every cast member, every camera operator felt the weight of her gaze. Even in retreat, her presence dominated the set. The whispered words exchanged during the standoff, sharp, personal, and unfiltered, continued to reverberate, fueling speculation across social media. NeNe Leakes, meanwhile, retreated to a corner, but her smirk never faltered. Observers noted a subtle shift in her posture, a controlled exhale, and a slight shrug as if to say, "Bring it on." Some insiders suggested that NeNe's calm demeanor was a calculated strategy, a way to project confidence and turn the confrontation into a viral spectacle. Fans online debated endlessly. Was she unfazed because she felt untouchable, or was this the mask of someone who knew the storm was far from over? Apollo Nida, caught in the eye of the hurricane, looked increasingly tense. Every time Phaedra's gaze swept past him, every time NeNe tilted her head in a teasing challenge, Apollo's discomfort deepened. Observers noted his hands fidgeting, a nervous tick in his jaw, and fleeting eye contact that avoided the intensity radiating from both women. One crew insider remarked, Apollo became the lightning rod. His very presence added fuel to the fire, whether he realized it or not. The Bravo security team remained on high alert, forming a barrier between the two stars as they tried to regain composure. It was like holding back a dam ready to burst, an anonymous source said. If one person had slipped, it could have turned into a full-blown fight. Fans online quickly turned this detail into viral memes and short clips, dissecting each frame with magnifying scrutiny. Hashtag Phaedra vs NeNe and hashtag Bravo CATFIGHT continued trending worldwide, with reaction videos, GIFs, and TikTok breakdowns flooding feeds. But the drama wasn't confined to the set. Social media became an unrelenting echo chamber of speculation. Leaked snippets of the confrontation, captions highlighting every glare and smirk, and commentary from fans and amateur analysts all contributed to a fever pitch. This isn't just reality TV, one viral post read. This is a masterclass in tension, power, and control. Another thread debated potential long-term consequences for the season, secret alliances, upcoming blow-ups, and the possibility of legal threats. Inside the production area, whispers continued to circulate. Some suggested that past rivalries, including unresolved tensions from previous seasons, were the tinder for this explosion. Others hinted at secret messages and private meetings that may have laid the groundwork for the confrontation. Even the presence of Greg Leak's legacy was felt. Fans speculated about his indirect influence on how both women handled themselves emotionally and strategically. As Phaedra and NeNe slowly regained composure, the rest of the cast, Kandi Burruss, Cynthia Bailey, and Kenya Moore, remained close by, observing, commenting quietly, and subtly influencing the mood. Their expressions and whispers added another layer of intrigue. Fans online analyzed their reactions frame by frame, theorizing alliances, hidden agendas, and who might emerge as a peacemaker or a future instigator. The tension reached a subtle crescendo when Phaedra, taking deliberate steps, walked past NeNe while keeping her glare fixed. The cameras captured the silent electricity, every inch a statement of power. NeNe, not backing down, held her ground with a defiant tilt of her chin. Apollo flinched at the intensity, knowing full well that the drama had not ended and that he would continue to be the reluctant center of attention. Rumors quickly spread that this on-set altercation was only the beginning. Insiders hinted at more leaks, secret recordings, and potential confrontations waiting to erupt in upcoming shoots. Fans speculated about whether Phaedra might retaliate strategically, whether NeNe would maintain her composure, and how Apollo would navigate the minefield of emotions and alliances. Every detail, a hand gesture, a glare, a smirk, became viral content, analyzed and dissected endlessly. By the end of the day, the set was still buzzing with tension. Security remained on standby, cameras continued to roll, and the cast moved cautiously, aware that every step, word, and reaction could become headline news. The Bravo universe had witnessed a spectacle of raw emotion, strategic calculation, and viral drama, and fans were left clamoring for answers, predictions, and the next explosive reveal. The question now loomed: what would happen in the next filming day? Would the confrontation escalate further? Were alliances shifting behind the cameras? And most importantly, how far would Phaedra and NeNe go before this viral saga reached its ultimate climax? The stage was set, the players were in position, and the world was watching, waiting for the next shocking moment in this unforgettable Bravo Network showdown.